clock strikes midnight, it will be Sasha and Misha's 15th birthday, where Misha will disappear. Welcome back, guys, to episode 4 of the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Now, I have definitely been very eagerly waiting for this week's episode, as not only did we leave off with Sasha, you know, kind of stabbing Misha, then proceeding to have a fight with Arnos, then yeeting the frick out of there because she only has a couple of hours left. I feel like this is going to be a very intense episode, so without further ado, let us get into things. If you guys want to watch the full anime, make sure to check out the link above, or else we start the video in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to disappear. She was just never meant to exist. You were Sasha's originally? Of course, Arnos already knows. Yeah, I was surprised when she broke the Zek, which I thought was kind of like an ultimatum kind of contract. That separated one person into two. Oh. I wonder. Ooh, okay. Definitely raises a lot of questions, I guess, obviously, from kind of last week's episode as well. But why exactly did, I guess, firstly, Sasha get split into two souls to create her twin sister of Misha? I'm getting the vibe that maybe with the whole 50th birthday thing, maybe Sasha originally had like a weak body as like a fetus and was maybe not meant to survive, so they split the soul, or maybe it was to actually make her more stronger because they're quite like a royal lineage kind of demon group. I know that they are definitely from a very like royal kind of lineage, so maybe they were trying to make Sasha very strong, so they split her soul so technically they could develop as two kind of like separate entities. Hence why I think they have the powers of like fire and ice. I think that's why that was quite an important factor right-ish here in the opening, since Sasha has fire and Misha has ice. Complete difference, complete different kind of, I think, elements, but I think at the same time it kind of matches. So maybe that's why they were growing two souls to one day fuse them back together to create Sasha as like an ultimate kind of royal demon kind of lineage, because she did talk about the whole fate thing. And I guess I was pretty on point about how, you know, Ibis, the demon kind of like headmaster person in last week's episode, was kind of talking about, I think it was like soul transfers. But yeah, I was like, during that whole episode, I was just like, I don't like this lesson. I felt like it was very ominous and foreshadowing something pretty dark. Doesn't last. Oh, eventually you go back to being one. So that was the point. I felt like it was gonna be like for the power, definitely for the power to become stronger. That's not alright, sweetie. Since I didn't exist to them. All she wanted was someone to talk to her. Jeez. I can see for Misha that she was never meant to be like an existence. Oh, that was smooth, real smooth. Regret and impossibility. until your final moments. Where's Sasha gone off to? I don't feel like she has truly betrayed us. I hope not. I don't think that's the case. Oh, hello. I don't expect him to. What I mean, I did expect it, but I should expect it. No. Or else she would have never defended you. I don't mean to be mean, but so far, she has been ranked twice. Oh, what a handicap. Ooh. A little bit of like a dancing magical circle going on. Oh, it's quite pretty. This is quite beautiful, like mesmerizing, I would say. I felt like one was resembling the sun and one was resembling the moon, or like fire and ice. Magic I invented myself, impressive. Yeah, it took her, I think, like 2-ish hours to do that. Damn, impressive magic circles design though. I do like that. I don't think she was like truly intending to win anyways. She no longer sees it that way. Oh. Why everyone's so mean to Misha? I've been doing research all this time thinking there should be magic to change that. So she did care from the start. Is she gonna sacrifice herself and let Misha live? No, surely not. There's only one condition for activating it. Oh my god, this has been a plan for 15 years. Oh my god, Sasha just went up on my food here. Loved you. Loved you so. No. Bye bye. Bye bye. No, here's this is when Misha would never reject you. I love how you're so awkward, Sasha. This is honestly beautiful. Two sisters willing to sacrifice everything for each other. And neither is willing to just let that go. For 15 years, Sasha has pretended to hate Misha. Don't say it like it's your farewells. I'm waiting, yeah, I was waiting for Arnos. No, even better. Oh, I knew that altitude question was going to be important. Yeah, let's say you have a daughter with power but little demonic, like, just save both. Why not save both? Ba-dun-dun-dun. Easy, GGS. Oh, so both could... Yeah, the 4 to make 2. 2. Born as twins with your own respective source. Okay, that actually makes a lot of logical sense. No, Sweeney, you're talking to the Demon King. Post. One more key factor. I mean, I think we've at least all realized by now that he's not a bogus pretender. Oh, who the... Oh! Sir? Wait, what? With the founding. My master will then be awakened. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this now, but I did not expect Ivis to pop out. Yeah, if it was that easy, he would have died 2,000 years ago. I love how 0 fucks were given though. Like, literally zero. Like, 0 fucks were given that he just got stabbed by that massive sword. Sorry, it was a bit funny how, like, you know, the X-ray vision, it showed the boobies. Ooh, just stopped before midnight. Here he comes. The time god? Oh, it's an actual god. The guardian god of time. I did not know. I love how he just... I grant thee the power of God. Oh. I mean, if time stops, it has no effect. That's a valid point. Arnos has a weakness? The sisters. I mean, I have faith in Arnos' power, but who am I? No. Shh. But doesn't he have the true, 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 true. Okay. Okay, I'm getting pretty confident now that Arnos can defeat a god. Ooh. So all time has stopped, but he can still move. Damn, Arnos defies time. Yeah, like shit. I never imagined, like, time has got to be the most ultimate power. The law of this world. And this is a god we're dealing with as well. Authority. No. None of the above. I'll gladly destroy your fate if that is what you want. The amount of things Arnos is willing to do. All you need to do is walk behind me and I'll liberate every injustice that stands in your way. I do quite like this aspect of how two waifus that you've been awake. I believe. Oh, that has somehow it has taken them back in time. And our sisters can stay together forever. My 2,000-year plan just got wrecked. Oh shit, he wasn't even trying. The magic sword of destruction. Ooh, that was slick. That was real slick. Sale! This cannot. You misfits. A misfit indeed, but still a demon king. I don't know. And my source was fused and taken over. That's why you heard one talking. Oh, so Ivis was technically taken over. Impressive. And our sisters are back. I love how cool he is about it. But I'd never gotten a perfect score on a test before. I guess that means he doesn't cheat. Like the fact that he can rewind time, literally control the entire timeline. Yet he's never scored a perfect score on the test. Oh, that's why she always has it on her. Yeah, I remember at the opening day there was one. Because I thought yesterday was my last day. Oh, both of you to live, and now you will, and it's beautiful. It must have been so hard on Sasha. Like, both our girls, obviously, but... This is a very good era. It is that ring he talked about, though. Someone's a little jelly. Happy birthday. Oh, waifu! Oh my god, protect that smile. I love how she finally called him Lord Arnos. Hashtag what about Misha? Yeah, it was a kiss between friends. So that means you guys should all kiss. You've got a mod body. Oh, still love a little Sindre. Oh, this was honestly such like a beautiful and impactful episode. I really enjoyed it. As predicted, this was a very full-on episode. Not only did we defeat a time god, let's just start with that. Like, we defeated a god in order to save the sisters. Sasha had a plan going on for 15 years to save Misha. We've now also got a little bit more revealed about this whole kind of Avos kind of guy that's going on that erased Ivis's memories as well as kind of took over his body with a different kind of like spirit. So yes, this episode answered a lot of questions, you know, about kind of Sasha's intentions, like Misha's kind of background story, but it also brought a lot more to the storyline in regards to this overall plot of why no one remembers Arnos. But starting with our sisters, this was honestly quite the intense storyline than I kind of thought it was going to be. I did not expect Sasha whatsoever to have been thinking of this plan for nearly 15 years. Like, she was ready for this day to play the role as this evil kind of sister in order to make sure that Misha rejects her. But you know, Misha also being a sweetie, has never ever remotely thought of rejecting Sasha. And I think that was such a beautiful moment of how these two sisters were willing to give up everything for each other. Like Sasha was willing to give up her love for Misha, like put up this act of hatred towards Misha for such a long time in order to make sure that Misha rejects her at this moment. But for Misha, this was like a miracle to her, being able to truly understand and make up with Sasha, as well as make Arnos as a friend. This was all just like such a miracle of an event for her, that she was satisfied with these 15 years that she has got to live out, that she was happily willing to give that up to make sure that Sasha survives. So that just like the amount of just like sacrifice and selflessness these sisters had for each other honestly just took me by surprise. It was just so beautiful. The story had so many layers in the sense that there were a lot of hints from episode 1 to 2. I think you guys mentioned when we first met Sasha in episode 2 that there was obviously a reason towards her very like kind of nasty kind of act, like when she was being quite sassy to Misha and Arnos, but that all makes sense now. That was all an act to make sure that Misha hates her. But obviously, you know, Misha just too much of a sweetie to ever hate Sasha. But on that note of like a lot of hints being thrown at us, I absolutely love the fact that there were actually so many things that played a very integral part of this kind of reveal in episode 3. For example, that question. I knew that question was sus because all the other questions were questions that we as the audience couldn't possibly answer yet, as we don't know about the world. But that question about like who would you save, obviously Arnos' answer was definitely going to be both of them, and I love how that question played into this week's episode. And honestly, the biggest thing that caught me off guard was Ibis when he suddenly appeared and just stabbed our boy. I think that was quite the big reveal into this week's episode, and obviously I feel like that will continue to play a role within the storyline in regards to kind of Ibis's memories being wiped out, him now being revived as his true self, like as the actual Ibis is now going to investigate why he got his memories erased, why he got overtaken, and who exactly this Avos figure is. So yeah, I think overall this episode I'm just very impressed about the amount of layers to the writing, to the plot that there actually was. Like I didn't expect so many of the kind of events that went down, or even the kind of the little bits of dialogue that went down would play such an important role into kind of this week's episode as well as the overall plot. I think that I definitely have to give credits to the very well thought out writing, because that gets me very excited to see what else there will be. And I think that overall also emphasizes the amount of attention to detail that we need to look out for in order to understand this over underlining mystery. So on that note, definitely excited for what next week's episode will be all about, as we have now kind of wrapped up the story arc about Misha and Sasha. So it's definitely going to start off in a new way. So that gets me ever more excited. So until then, make sure you guys stay awesome, and I'll definitely catch you guys for episode 5.